So let's get a sense of how well things are going within the state in terms of the kind of system of democracy and then what it means. We've got a great source. We have the South Carolina Attorney General, Alan Wilson. It's good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us.
It's great to be with you. Thank you for having me on your show.
So for what matters most, to this point, have you heard anything from the Secretary of State? Is everything running the way you wanted? Everything seems to be fair and accurate?
I haven't heard anything that is abnormal or any inappropriate conduct going on anywhere in any of the precincts in South Carolina. I've seen a lot of high turnout. In fact, I was just talking to some folks at the party I came from that our early voting came in around 208,000 just for early voting, not counting the people that showed up today. And the presidential primary for the Democratic Party, there was about 130,000. So there's a huge enthusiasm, and that's for the entire early voting and election day voting. So a huge enthusiasm gap here in South Carolina between Biden and Trump.
AG, maybe you can answer this question for us. How do you read the tea leaves of the people who are voting for Haley today, but what they will do in the general election? Are they never Trumper voters, or do you believe there's some other kind of dynamic going around?
Well, I think there's two things going on with those types. There are people who are Democrats that want to vote because they just hate Donald Trump, and then there are Republicans, for which you just said a little bit ago, that probably prefer a softer approach to politics. They probably think Haley's more electable. I happen to disagree with them, but they're going to come home next November. The Never Trumpers, or the people who are in the Democratic Party, they were never going to be here to begin with. So I think everyone's going to come home in November that is a Republican, including right-of-center independents, and the Democrats, they will go back to Joe Biden. But here in South Carolina, that's not going to matter much.
Well, it mattered last time, though. What do you think will be different in this race than the last presidential race matchup between these two gentlemen?
Well, I mean, Donald Trump beat Joe Biden pretty handily here in South Carolina, so I don't think it's going to matter for Joe Biden who stays home on the Democratic side. I think Donald Trump's going to get his electoral votes here in South Carolina. Right,
one way or the other. All right, Mr. AG,
yes,
appreciate it very much. Thank you very much for coming to us tonight.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.